Discuss a potential resurgence. I'm joined by Mesut Yilmaz, who is professor of infectious diseases and clinical microbiology at Istanbul Medipol University. Thanks so much for speaking to us. You know, in that interview there with the president of Mount Sinai Hospital, not sure if you heard it, he said very clearly, if the presence of antibodies does indeed help with immunity, that's what we're hoping this test will show. Very clearly, they're not sure. They really don't know if antibodies will help with any sort of immunity. I mean, you know this virus very well, even very personally. You were infected with it. How much do you fear a lack of immunity and potential reinfection?
Well, for the time being, we don't really think that's a very big issue because there have been only 100 cases reported in the world, mostly from China, who seem to be reinfected with the virus following an infection. So that number is quite few when you compare it with the 2.5 million of people currently infected in the world. So we don't think actually that is a very big issue. People
Okay.
who have produced IgG successfully, hopefully will not get reinfected.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear your confidence because, you know, some are more skeptical, saying we can't even build up a resistance, you know, to the common cold, and that we have a false sense of confidence that these antibodies are somehow going to help give us immunity when so little is actually still known about the virus. So it's good to hear that you have confidence in an immunity building up to this. Let me ask you, though, if you fear at all that this virus itself, you know, could eventually prove to be similar to HIV, whereby a cure or a vaccine isn't found, and it might take years to develop effective treatment. Does that worry you?
Well, yes, actually, it does. The situation is similar with many RNA viruses. But the measles virus, for example, is also an RNA virus, and it mutates extremely rapidly, just like influenza virus does. But the measles vaccine that has been produced in 1950s is such a successful vaccine, and we are still using it. So we never know. We never know how the vaccine against the COVID-19 virus will be successful. But I mean, we should hope for the best.
We should hope for the best. But I mean, what happens as far as, I guess, the medical profession that you can speak for is concerned? What happens if this does take a similar journey as the HIV virus did? And it
Right.
does, we don't find that vaccine.
Right.
We don't find
That
the
is a
cure.
possibility. That is a possibility. We may never find a cure. In that case, the infection will be endemic, just like influenza, and it'll visit us in every winter season again and again. So it's going to become endemic, and until a great proportion of the community is immune, let's say 80% of the communities are infected with the virus, and it'll go on being endemic.
Okay. Not a great prospect. Let's hope that this vaccination is found soon. Okay, Dr. Mesut Yilmaz, thank you so much for joining us as always. We appreciate it.